everyone, and welcome back to Hecht Creative. Today we're going over the 5-inch scale Super Mario Bros. Movie action figures from Jakks Pacific: Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, Toad, and Bowser. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. Now let's get to it. Here's Mario in the box with all the logos around him. It looks fantastic. We have the movie logo on top with a bunch of question mark blocks and stars and mushrooms. We also have Mario over here with the movie logo. It looks very nice. On the other side we have a larger, more detailed Mario, and on the back we have Mario himself with realistic eyes, premium details, and 16 points of articulation. And on the bottom we have a really nice looking red part of the box. And now let's take a look at this guy and see what's inside. Let's take a look at the one and only Mario. Mario's head looks really on model with the character. I really like it a lot. The little seam lines are really good on the hat, like it's too small or something. The seam lines on here are really good. The stitching, the eyes are really cool. They can look at you from any direction, and it's kind of creepy and really weird. They follow you around. It's kind of scary. The mustache has some nice detail. The hair has wonderful detail on it. There's a little mark behind his ear, by the way. The ears look really cute, and he looks very nice. The overalls are wonderfully done. I love how they are. Here's some great stitching and seam lines on them, as well as some nice variety of buttons. Be careful on these buttons because they will be different with every figure, and some may be badly done. The back looks really good on this. The gloves look really nice with the stitching. They even got shoelaces on him. Looks wonderful, and some great treads on his feet. No peg holes, sadly. But I'm just really impressed with how this figure went. It's really nicely done and gives Mario a really great dimension, especially, 3 of them. This is amazing. I love this guy. As far as accessories goes, he comes with this plunger that you can easily fit into his hand. It's really nice, doesn't really come out. You can't really suction it on anything, which is kind of sad. Doesn't really work anywhere on the guy. It's kind of a shame and not really my favorite accessory of the bunch. As far as articulation goes for Mario, the head can go left this far and right this far, looking pretty good. You don't really get any up and down that much. You get an up, down, all the way around with the arm. You get a swivel at the elbow. You also get an up this far, the elbow not really that great, and down. You do get a swivel at the wrist, and that's about it. No hinge or anything. You also get the splits this far and in. You get an up this far with the leg and back. You do get a swivel right over here. You get out and all the way around, however you want to do it. You get a knee this far, pretty okay. You also get a down and up and then a little bit of pivot, and you also get a waist twist over here. It's the first for Jakks, I believe. Very nicely done. This waist twist can go up and down a little bit too, back, forward. Very nicely done. Good articulation for a figure that isn't really that much, but he is 1 inch taller than his predecessor, so that's fine. Movie Mario stands at about 4 3/4 inches tall or so next to the game Mario. They're both different in height, as you can see, but they're pretty fine together. They look nice together, actually. The colors are different, but you can tell they're the same character. And also, here's Hecht Creative. The man in red told me this was an artifact of pure power. He said it's dangerous to go alone. Take this. What's next? A shovel? Here's Luigi in the box with his flashlight with Luigi logo right over here. All the right logos over here. We have Luigi and his flashlight over here with the logo and the Jakks logo. We also have Luigi here with realistic eyes, premium details, and 16 points of articulation with the logo over here. We also have a more detailed, realistic Luigi over here. We got green over here on the bottom, people. And we also have the logo up here. Now let's open this guy up and see what's inside. Now let's take a look at Luigi. Luigi is very similar to Mario. They are basically palette swaps of each other, but this Luigi is a little bit different and better looking. He looks really nice. I love the stitching on the hat. I really like the little emblem here. It's stitched well. The eyes are still as creepy as ever and really freaky looking and weird. Realistic eyes, yeah, they're very strange. The hair is very nicely done. I love how it's applied and it looks cool. The mustache is really on point and wonderful. And the nose is as bulbous as ever. There's a weird seam line here though. It's kind of interesting. He has a nice collar with some good seam lines throughout the entire overall piece, which is really nicely done. I love that. The buttons are applied well. The stitching has a little grips and pulls to it. The arms are well done, as well as the gloves are nice. There's a little weird mark over here on my glove though. Kind of strange. It all looks wonderful. The shoelaces are really nicely done on that, and the treads are really cool too. He's a really nicely done figure, and he's a little bit darker than Mario in color overalls. Luigi comes with a flashlight. That looks pretty cool. I wish it came with a vacuum, but that could be solved by getting a different figure entirely. It has some nice little beeps and bops on it, and it has some really nice little parts over here. The interior glass looks pretty cool, as well as the yellow on it. It's a very industrial kind of light, very real world. There's a button too to make it function, which is nice. It doesn't really actually function as a light, but it looks pretty cool regardless. It's a nice little flashlight for Luigi to hold, and does say Jakks and China on here, which is pretty funny and cool looking. As far as articulation goes for Luigi, the head can turn this much and this much this far. You don't really have any up and down, I'm afraid, or pivot. Go up this far, down all the way around. You get a swivel at the elbow, and up on the elbow, it's all right, and then down with a swivel right over here on the wrist. We also get a swivel at the hip joint, going back, forward, a little bit of side to side movement, tiny bit, but mostly back and forth. You get splits going this far out, really nicely done. We also get a up this far, not that great. Back pretty okay. Single jointed knee going this far. We also get a swivel and then some pivot up and down and back and forth and all the way around with treads at the bottom of his feet. Very nicely done figure, pretty cool. I think I like Mario a little bit better though when it comes to figure and accessory, but Luigi is still cool, and Luigi a number 1. Movie Luigi stands at about 5¼ inches tall next to Game Luigi. They look good together. I like the darkness of the overalls being applied to both figures. It's very nicely done. I kind of wish the shoes were now a little more detailed on the game version, but that's to be expected. But they look nice together. And also here's Jesse Hecht Creative. And then we had to plug in 3 different cords, the red, the white, and the yellow instead of one HDMI. Gaming was really hard in the 90s, man. You're lucky to have what you have now. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. So here's the box for Princess Peach. We have the princess on the front with all the logos everywhere. We have Princess Peach on the side, looking very nice. We also have her on the back with realistic eyes, premium details, 8 points for articulation with the logos everywhere. We also have a larger, more detailed Princess Peach right over here. On the top, we have the movie logo amidst a score of mushrooms, stars, and question blocks. We also have pink on the bottom right over here. And now let's open up the princess and see what's inside. Let's take a look at Princess Peach. Princess Peach looks great in the games and great in the trailers, but sadly she does not look as good in this action figure. The head is just really weird. It reminds me of every other female character that Illumination has put out, at least the humans. I do find that, like Don Bluth, they have the same kind of woman to draw for everything, which is kind of sad. Make her a little bit different, I would think, at least Illumination, that'd be great. But that being said, the body is fine. It looks pretty good. I think it's basically Princess Peach. That's alright. The hair looks really great too, and wonderful. The crown looks awesome too. Put a Chaos Emerald in it and give it some different paint. It could be King Boo's crown. That'd be awesome. We have a nice little emblem here too that's flanked by some gold, and her earrings are there too. Those little blue earrings are wonderful. Her eyes look kind of fine, not as bad as I thought they would be. So yeah, her face just looks very generic, and that's about it. This is Princess Peach for you at the barest form. She comes with a parasol that is easy for her to grip on the bottom than it is the top. It kind of slides through her hand a bit, so holding it like this is just okay. It has a little heart on the bottom, and we have some nice pink accents over here, some darker and lighter, leading to a point at the tip. It's very nicely done and really cute. As far as articulation goes for Princess Peach, the head can somewhat swivel a little bit left and right. It gets looser as time goes on, which is fine by me. We also get an up kind of tiny bit far on this little joint here, this little puff, and down. We also can kind of go around a little bit, but her hair gets in the way. That's kind of a shame. We do not get a swivel anywhere for the arm. We do get an up this far and a down. We also get a swivel over here with a little bit of wiggle room over here for this joint and down. We get a swivel right over here and some forward and then backward, but not really that much, and it's kind of floaty a little bit, weirdly enough. It's an okay figure with okay articulation. There isn't really anything for the feet that would move or anything, so it's mostly from the waist up. It's just okay, but then again, Princess Peach just stands there and gives orders to her toads, or gets kidnapped by Bowser anyways, which is fine. Maybe we'll get a motorbike Peach soon. I would hope that happens. Princess Peach stands at about 5¼ maybe 5½ inches tall or so next to the game Princess Peach. I do find that the game Princess Peach is way better, but I love the crown from the new one, so maybe I'll do some kit bashing here and there. The dress is nice too. I just wish that head was different and way better. And also here's Jesse Hecht Creative. I'm so happy to have found your parasol for you, Princess Peach, but I'm so sad that you lost it. And I'm so mad that I had to go out and find it. Princess Peach, please help me. I have no idea what's going on with my emotions. So here's the box for Toad. We have Toad on the front with all the nice logos over here. We have Toad on the side with his backpack and frying pan. We also have Toad on the back with realistic eyes, premium details, and 9 points of articulation. On the top, we have the logo. On the side, we have a realistic Toad. On the bottom, we have a nice blue background. And now let's open up Toad and see what's inside. So here's Toad. Let's take a look at him. Here's Toad. Jeez, his head is huge. Wow, that's a really big noggin. What did he put in there? Snacks or something? That's pretty cool. Looks a bit lighter on screen than it does in real life, I think. It's very nicely done with those 5 little dots on there. The eyes are pretty good. The highlight's off, and I just realized that on this guy. I was looking for a great, looking kind of mushroom head piece, but I guess I missed on the eyes, so that's on me. We have some nice paint going down here with this little tie, and the pants are really cute, and his little booties are adorable and nicely done. We also have his little arms that are great, and a backpack that evokes Captain Toad with a lantern, a little bucket, a pickaxe, a little knapsack, and a rope over here, a couple badges over here, and a little pouch and another pouch over here. He's very nicely done and looks really cool. I don't really have many complaints with him that much as far as the painting and sculpt goes. It's very nicely done. Toad also comes with this little frying pan over here. It's really nicely done. It not only evokes his camping kind of lifestyle, but it also evokes the Chef Toad at the Universal Studios parks. It's a really nicely done piece. There's a little hole in here in the back. We also have a little handle going into the wood, which is really awesome. But aside from that, you can get a really easy Princess Peach from Super Mario RPG or Smash Bros. Right in here, and it fits in pretty well and looks great. Yeah, she's ready to kick some tail with that frying pan, especially Smithy. God, I love to see him in the movies. As far as articulation goes for Toad, the head can swivel around and also move every which way on the ball joint, up and down, and then swivel with a little bit of pivot. We also can go up this far on the arm and down. We do get a swivel for that arm going all the way around. It is a really weird and delicate joint though, as you can see, going up this far and down, and that's basically it, with no swivel or nothing on that. That's kind of a shame. We do get a swivel over here and some up really far and down this far, which we didn't even need in the first place. He can sit pretty well, but standing is a horrible chore. I kind of hate it. It's awful. The backpack throws him off balance, and you may have to move him a little bit forward to get him to stand up and sort of crane his neck forward. It's not ideal, but it's a solution. It's just okay, I guess, for this little man. That backpack is probably way too heavy for him. Take out some of those snacks and you'll be fine. Toad stands at about 4¼ inches tall or so next to the Toad from the games, and I just like the game one a little bit better. Yeah, the expression is better on the movie one, but I think the game one just sells it a little bit better and looks really cute. And also here's Jesse Hecht Creative. Yes sirree, Bob, camping's great. These steamed mushrooms are cooking fast. All I need is some Hylian herbs and, well, you're not a Hylian shroom, but I'll take what I can get out here in the wilderness. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. Finally, we have Bowser, King of the Koopas, in box. He has a glowing mouth over here. It looks pretty interesting. We have all the logos over here for Bowser. On the top, we have Bowser and the logo with a bunch of stars and question mark blocks and mushrooms. On the side, we have Bowser with his fiery, foggy breath over here. On the other side, we have Bowser in great detail. On the back, we have Bowser with premium details and 14 parts of articulation, plus a fire-breathing effect. On the bottom, all the legalese and yellow you'll ever need. So now let's take a look at the King of the Koopas. Now let's finally check out Bowser. I've always loved Bowser's design being a strange combination of ox and dragon. It's really well done here. I love this thing. The seam line is divided down the middle over here along the jaw. This jaw down here. He looks really nice and super cool. You can see a little light inside his mouth for that function coming up later on. His eyes look wonderful and amazing just like in the game. He's the most game accurate I think out of all these characters. And it just shines really well. It's super cool. The hair is great and really vibrant red. The eyebrows are really puffy and big. The eyes are very scary. And he looks really creepy. We also have some nice silver going through all these spikes over here. Looks really great. I like the green going from his shell kind of to his skin and then coming out to a yellow, even going down his back and to his legs a little bit. The texturing is really nice. It's a little more rubbery and pliable material than the previous figures, especially his feet. They're made of a lot of rubber. And we also have these nice toenails and fingernails, plenty, a lot of teeth and sharp things everywhere. His belly looks really cool and nice, striated. We go to the back where we have his shell with one sort of tougher piece a little bit and a bunch of more rubbery pieces. It's a very rubbery figure, which is pretty good for kids play. Very nicely done. The shell is a work of art and is really wonderful. I love this thing a lot. It's great. His tail is awesome too, with some spikes and some nice articulation points we'll go over a little bit later, as well as some more green going over there. And he is just phenomenally awesome, super cool, and well worth getting. Yes, Bowser is the king for a reason. As far as the fog and light function goes, you need at least 3 AAA batteries. I have them right here. You also need to take off the shell right over here and make sure the switch is turned to off. A regular Phillips screwdriver will do. This little tiny one right here to unscrew the back of this figure a little bit going left. It should be pretty easy to do. After all 3 batteries are placed in nice and snug in the container, you have to put this back in and then just screw it back on, and it should be that simple to get your Bowser Fog ready. Hit the switch to on and then put the shell back on his back, like secure and nice, and then move him around so you can see this spike right over here. And looking at his mouth, it actually lights up, which is pretty cool. It's a very nice little effect and looks really neat. You can also chain it by clicking it, letting it blink, click it, and then it blink, and then keep doing that if you want to chain the effect and make it work constantly. It's pretty neat and cool, even if you have to monitor it to make it work really well. Taking off the shell once again to show the fog effect, you have to take off this little piece right here, and I'm hoping I pour water into this little area to get the fog actually going. I don't like how flimsy this is, by the way. It could be a little bit better, but I guess it's just okay for now. After adding water to the interior, put the shell back on, and then carefully again turn him around. And now I'm going to depress this thing and try it out and see if the fog works. You can see the fog come out really nicely on this towel over here. It's pretty cool and it works out very well. It's a nice little effect. I didn't think I liked it as much, but it's really neat. It's a little colder than I thought it would be too. So it probably depends on the heat of your water or something, but it's just super nice to have this little effect built into this figure, although it does sacrifice a lot of articulation and other things to make it work. As far as articulation goes for Bowser, the head cannot move at all, which is a big shame. You do get a swivel over here though, and a up and down, you know, a little bit, which is fine. You don't get a swivel over here, which is kind of strange. You get up this far and down. It's basically pre-posed a little bit. You get a swivel right over here at the hand. You also get back this far forward and out a little bit and in with the leg. We do get a knee joint going up this far to the straight point and then back this far to the crouch point. You get a swivel right over here for the foot. To make up for the head, I think they give us a tail. Swivel right over here with a tiny bit of pivoting, and a swivel right over here with a little bit of pivoting as well. It's just okay though, the articulation. The figure itself well makes up for it though, with the many sort of scary poses he can do as well as his function. In this crouching stance, Bowser stands at about 7 inches tall or so next to his game counterpart. I gotta say, this one wins. It's much better in several ways. Yes, I think the articulation is better on the previous Bowser, but this one has a lot of cool functions and a great look as well as sculpt, and kind of brings it all home for me. I love this one. It's super cool. And also here's Jesse Hecht Creative. Oh, Lex Luthor, your fog machine to destroy Superman is here. Overall, these figures all look fantastic. They're ripped straight out of the film, and I wouldn't have it any other way. They just look amazing, down from the details of the stitching in Mario and Luigi's outfit, as well as their articulation, the crown and outfit that Peach wears. We also have Toad himself and his backpack, as well as Bowser and all of the details he has that are just so well done, such as his scales, spikes, and shell. It's so great. That being said, I have some nitpicks. Mario, Luigi, and Peach have really weird eyes that I just can't get over. They're really creepy and strange and don't really work for photography when they're constantly looking at the camera. Mario and Luigi also have really weird accessories that are probably explained during the film, but they're kind of pedestrian and very normal human-y, which takes me out of it. I also find that Princess Peach has some very bad articulation. It's just kind of okay, I guess, as well as her face looking more like Illumination than Princess Peach herself. Toad has a really heavy backpack that makes him hard to stand, and Bowser, as much as I love him, can't really move his head from left to right. That'd be a great function for him to have, and I do find that they can make that work. They just didn't want to for the sake of the function, which isn't really fire breathing so much as fog breathing. If you are still a fan of these figures though, I recommend you super jump your way onto your local store and pick these up. You will not be disappointed. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Hecht Creative. Feel free to click like, subscribe, share, or leave a comment. You can also visit us at jessehechtcreative.com, where you'll find more reviews like this one. Thanks again for watching and keep being creative. Stay tuned.